YouTube back again with another video, and today we're gonna do the hub assembly on the Mustang. Now, first thing you obviously got to do, get the car up, got it on jack stands on both sides, and a jack in the middle for support. Make sure that you're doing this safely. Other than that, tools you're gonna use, if you have impacts, that'll be great. It'll make your life way easier. I got my big DCF 961 to get the axle nut off, and then this little one just to get the back of the caliper bolts out. It's a 15 mil. Now, other than that, other things you're going to need, you need the axle nut socket. It is a 36 millimeter 6-point. You're going to need that. You also need a torque wrench. Now, this is very important. You have to make sure you torque your hub assembly. Do not impact it and call it a day. I love impacting stuff and calling it a day, but on this one, you do not want to do that. You need a torque wrench that does 250 foot-pounds. That is what you need to torque it to. Now, if you don't torque it to the right torque specs, you could prematurely wear the bearing if you over tighten it, or if it's too loose, it also cause problems. As in, your hub assembly might be wobbly, and whatever else could happen if you don't tighten it to the right specs. But for the main part is, if you over tighten it, you're going to prematurely wear your bearing. So you need a torque wrench for this job. You can rent them on O'Reilly's AutoZone, but 250 foot-pounds. Now, other than that, axle nut socket, thread locker, orange or blue would work. I highly recommend this as well. Some brake cleaner just to clean the part. Now, bearing wise, well, before that, you also need new axle nuts. It's a must as well. This is not a maybe, or maybe you don't have to. You do need these. You need to get new axle nuts when you install these new bearings, because apparently the other ones, if you try to torque them, because they're a one-time use, they're not going to torque correctly, or they're not going to hold. They're going to loosen apparently. So make sure you get yourself new axle nuts. Now for the bearing, I'm using SKF. From the research I've done, they are very good bearings. So I have a couple that I've seen. Depending on the budget, what you want to do, you can go ahead and get them. So SKF, I got this at Summit Racing. I got like next day shipping, really quick shipping. It was around $50-some each, but like again, for my research I've done, these are very, very good bearings. So I'm gonna go ahead and use these. Here's the part number, right there. Some other ones on Amazon, Moog, they're about $48 each. Moog's pretty well known, so that's around $80-some for both of them. You could also go that route. Timkins on Amazon, I think they're like almost $200. They're very expensive, but they're very good. I had Timkins here for about 6 years. It lasted that long on my driver's side, and eventually it went out. So, but they're very good, but they're quite expensive. But again, on Amazon. And that, last but not least, there is OEM, a Motorcraft hub assembly. I think LMR sells them. They're like almost 100 a piece, so almost the same as a Timken. It'll be up to you. But like I said, SKF, for me, I've heard a lot of good things about it. Did my research, so we're gonna go ahead and use this hub for this install. So now that the car's up, what we're gonna do, obviously, is take off the wheel. Then we're gonna take off the caliper, 15 millimeter bolts on both sides. And then we're going to take off the rotor, and we will continue from there. Alright, so we're basically here. Caliper's up there. Rotor I put to the side. The axle nut, already loosened it. 36 mil, this DCF 961 is a beast. Makes easy work of it. Put this thing to the side here. This is probably going to be the hardest part, is getting this axle nut off. You could use a breaker bar, obviously. And then yeah, so again, once you use this, throw it away. Do not use it again. Now the bearing right here, the hub, should just come right out. Now if it doesn't want to come right off just like this, again on this one, I just replaced it like a couple days ago. You probably want to use like a dead blow. Just go to the back, just smack it a little bit. That's basically it. Basically, here is the spindle. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to use brake cleaner and just clean around the area. Maybe clean this up a little bit because there's a little bit of rust here. But make sure the threads are fine. Other than that, we'll go ahead and insert a new bearing in there, and we'll get everything kind of situated, and I'm gonna show you guys what to do next. Alright, so we got it seated here. I just kind of pushed it in there. If it doesn't want to seat all the way, just use a dead blow and just give it a couple smacks and it should sit itself there. Make sure obviously that you clean your little ABS sensor. I took the ABS off of this car, so it don't really matter to me, but yeah, just make sure it's seating flush. Next thing I would want to do, get some orange thread locker, or you can use blue thread locker, whichever you prefer. And I'm going to go ahead and put some on here. And it seems like my orange thread locker is dry, so let me get my other one. Alright, so we got another one. Hopefully this one doesn't make a fool out of me, but it probably will. Anyways, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and just apply a liberal amount of orange thread locker here. Dang, there you go. Liberal amount onto the threads. There you go. Just like that. Clean that up right there. I'm gonna go ahead and get the new axle nut. We're gonna go ahead and get it started there. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and use the impact just to sit this as much as it can, and once it sits as much as it can, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the torque wrench and torque this to 250 foot-pounds. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. So here's the setup. 250 foot-pounds. This is no joke. I'm going to use two hands on this. So let me go ahead and get rocking and rolling. Alright, here we are. It's torqued to 250 foot-pounds. That thing was a workout, I'm telling you right now. You need some strength to go ahead and push that down. Anyways, you can see this little tab right here. You could go ahead and push that in if you want to. That would make sure it prevents this from spinning out. But me putting orange thread locker there, I'm pretty confident it shouldn't be a problem. But anyway, here's the bearing. Noise free, beautiful. So this moment, we're gonna clean the rotor, put it back, put the caliper back, and we're basically in the home run. Alright, there you go. Basically got everything in there. A caliper bolt are 85 foot-pounds. If you were wondering, I put some orange thread locker on those as well if you want to torque it. And on the wheels on the SN95, it's torqued to 100 foot-pounds. So it is probably one of the simplest hub assemblies I honestly ever seen. This is probably the best hub assembly I ever seen because of how simple it is compared to other hub assemblies where you need a puller or you need to pull out the bearing, you put another bearing in. This right here, all together built in. Rotor, caliper, axle nut, that's all that's holding it. So make sure you, again, torque it to spec and everything. Alright, so just test drove the car. Everything sounds good. Torque the wheels to 100 foot-pounds, like I said. Make sure that everything is seated correctly. But overall, a very smooth ride. Let's see how long it lasts. This is my first SKF bearing. So, yeah, there you go. Until next time.